they know me, they full of baloney. I see the truth, your only goal is being the goalie. Trying to block what I receive from the holy of holies. Y'all think y'all Shaq and Kobe, but I see Odin and Chloe. You destined just to fall if you facing them all. My destiny is just to crawl with my life in his palm. Everybody keep me calm, I'm thinking of Quan. Ain't no subtle way to wake 'em, just ring the alarm. I'm doing great, but everybody fake. Wow. Yeah, 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 yeah. I appreciate your concern. Yeah. Trying to show them good news, but they looking confused. And the Messiah left the clue that the kingdom in you. Being brilliant is the curse, so much thinking it hurts. So I put it down on some hurts. If I conceal it, I'll burst. No need for a hurt, just don't bury my work. Truth be told, implode or I explode. They call me Million Piece John. Think one gun can kill a million peace signs. Wink. Things on the up and up, but no thanks to a little luck. Give all praise and honor and glory to the Most High. Hey, things a little better now.
Oh man. So welcome to Warzone Wednesdays. This is your brother Mahar. And first and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to our Heavenly Father. Say, call Allah of Yahawah, Hashem Yahweh Shai. Right? We give all praises to our Heavenly Father. We are Yahawah's camp, as you already know. Welcome again to Warzone Wednesdays. As I said before, I'm Brother Mahar. I guess everybody can introduce themselves.
Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Israel. We want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah by Hashem Yahweh Shah. This your brother Yahshua by Yahweh Da.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. This your brother Kazak.
Hey, Shalom. Shalom, Israel.
Then we got the mighty brother Shalak, the mighty Simeonite. And man, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world. I don't know if anybody's been paying attention, but you know, we got a lot of stuff that's happening. A lot of stuff, right? You know, the USA and China. The presidents met up today. They had a semi-friendly conversation. A lot of threats were thrown. What else we got? Russia, Ukraine still going strong. We have Israel and Palestine getting even stronger. You have protests going on all over the world. We have violence rising all over the world. We have everybody trying to save everybody else other than our people, right? And our people could not care less, right? Our people worried about Draymond Green and headlocks he's putting on people.
Hey, Salaki, like you got them earthquakes in Iceland too.
Yeah. Earthquakes happening, volcanoes, floodings.
And I heard they had like a mini earthquake somewhere in Illinois today, I believe. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, they happen so frequent, it's hard to keep up. You know, you were just mentioning Iceland. You know, they had, I think it was about 1,400 earthquakes that happened in the span of a few days. which is crazy. Like I've never heard of multiple earthquakes like that happening at one time in such a short span. And hey, what can we say? We're going to come out with the same story, right? The Most High has already prophesied this stuff to happen. He's told us to stand watch, right? Let the people know, right? Wake up the sheep. If the sheep can't wake up, that's I don't want to say that's not our problem, but essentially it really is, to keep everything straight to the point. The Most High is putting delusions on people. You got people out here thinking they're the Christ. You got women out here thinking they're the Christ, bald-headed women at that. I mean, there's just so much madness going on. So, we just wanted to cover a few topics, cover a few current events that are going on in the world. Show you stuff that maybe you haven't seen yet, and hopefully it'll get you in the know. Right? If we have visitors coming, welcome. We just here. We're here to do the work, right? So, I guess we're gonna start out with some videos first. Let's see. We'll jump right into Iceland, huh? Oh, Illinois. Let's see this. Let's see what we got here. Actually, we're going to start off with the earthquake that the brother was just talking about in Illinois. Like when does earthquakes really happen in Illinois? It's crazy.
But I know this is top of mind for a lot. of folks. And I'll be honest with you, I'm no earthquake expert, but I'm going to share with you what little I do know. I kind of stick to meteorology, but with the earthquake, yes, we did have an official earthquake, the epicenter in Standard, Illinois. That's in Putnam County. And that's kind of just to the west-southwest of LaSalle. So just here's LaSalle County. Here we are in Chicago. But I'm getting reports that some folks in Carpentersville even felt the earth move under their feet, shall we say. Also in Earlville, Ottawa, Utica, LaSalle, Oglesby. I know there are many more of you who probably thought, wait a minute, did my house just shake? Yes, a 3.6 magnitude earthquake, and this one occurred at 4:41 this morning. That's certainly enough to create your house to shake, but it's what we would consider to be a minor earthquake. But yes, something that certainly gets your attention, and it has gotten our attention too. We'll continue to share with you what.
Hey, I don't know about her, but an earthquake isn't minor, right? An earthquake is definitely not minor, right? Losing your house or losing the contents of your house is definitely not a minor thing. But again, the Lord already prophesied this stuff, right? We're going to go to, let's go to Matthew 24 real quick, just to get a quick precept going. We're going to go to Matthew.
That's a lot. I had a couple precepts on that, just on the earthquakes alone. I don't know if you were going to that same one in Matthew 24.
24:7?
Yep, that one. That's one of them.
There it is. That's one of them. Let me see. Let me bring it out. It's Matthew 24:7. It says, "For nation shall rise against nation." That's exactly what's happening, right? And kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
Right.
When was the last time you seen an earthquake in Illinois?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's why I said in diverse places, like. And these going into end time prophecies, right? So that goes to show you that we're getting closer and closer to the end, right? Hey, that's close. That's close to the not too far from Chicago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if it was a next time they have a even a worse earthquake than that one, right? They talking about it's a minor earthquake, right? What if it's a bigger earthquake next time in that same area? Can you imagine that a major earthquake in the Chicago area? Like you said, that never happened before.
chaos.
Right, you got over what they say, over 3 million people in that area, in the Chicago area.
Con,
Imagine that area getting hit with a major earthquake.
con.
That's crazy, man.
Now I'm pulling up this a list of earthquakes that hit Illinois, and the last earthquake that hit was April of 2008, and then
Mm,
before that was June 10th of 1987.
wow, you see that?
That just shows the infrequency of earthquakes that happen in Illinois, out of all places.
Right, that's crazy. Right, and I got the other one, the second Nedris too.
Come on, bring
Right,
it
the
up.
second Nedris chapter 9, and I'm gonna start at verse 2. It says, "Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made."
Hmm.
Right, so you can tell by these prophecies that the Most High God is visiting this world. It says, "Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes," right, and we going into it, right. You got the earthquakes in Iceland, right. You got earthquakes happening in Illinois, right? Hey, next you might see an earthquake in another random place. You might see an earthquake in New York City,
Hmm.
right? It might be an earthquake in damn Cleveland, places that never seen earthquakes before, right? Imagine that, right? It says, "Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou will understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning." Right? Right? So that was it on that. But that just go to show you the time that we living in, right? And this is why a lot of our people gotta understand, these prophecies, right? Why they too preoccupied, right, living in this wicked world and focus on the things of this world, but they don't know what's going on in the earth, right?
Hmm.
Everybody focus on homecomings and Halloweens and everybody getting prepared for Thanksgiving next week, right? And then you got Christmas coming up. Meanwhile, you got major earthquakes happening in places it ain't never happened before,
Hmm.
right? But that wasn't on that.
Hey, I'm gonna show you real quick. I'm gonna show you what people are really worried about. This is what people are worried about right here. Right? They're worried about Kim Kardashian being named GQ's Man of the Year. Like I unfortunately I cannot make this stuff up. Right? A woman, a female, is being named the Man of the Year in a magazine. It's unheard of. This evil temptress whose family has destroyed numerous Israelite lives, right? Every man that goes in there either comes out a crackhead or comes out a woman. But these temptress, right? These Jezebels, they take and destroy everything that comes to them, right? Let me read this real quick. It says the reality star and entrepreneur has been named one of GQ's Men of the Year, she announced on Instagram. Kardashian graces the magazine's cover as more specifically Tycoon of the Year, posing in a tie with a bag of Cheetos. I mean, I don't know what to say about that, right? The only precepts I can really think of, let me pull them up.
Hey, that's confusion at the highest level, man.
Mm-hmm. That is definitely confusion. Let's see.
You got a damn female as the Man of the Year.
Let's see. One second. Yeah, I think the blue letter is acting real glitchy. Trying to. Oh.
Hey, so like your water brother finding that, I'm gonna go into this Romans 13:11 real quick, right? And we go get some basic precepts, right? We go into some basic precepts, but these are the things that we got to keep going over for our people, right? We can get this real quick in Romans. Right, this the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 11. It says, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. Right, so it's high time for our people to awake out of sleep. Right, because like I said, during this time, this is the worst time of the year for our people. Right, Esau got our people's minds just destroyed with all these so-called holidays. Right, everybody thinking about, especially our people, all they thinking about is what they go have for Thanksgiving dinner next week, right? A so-called holiday that's based off the rape, rob, and murder of our own people, right? All they thinking about is Christmas, another so-called holiday that goes into the worshiping of other gods, right? Meanwhile, you got all these different wars and earthquakes and government shutdowns happening, right? It says, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe, right? So our salvation is near for our people, but our people don't understand that. Our people still sleep, right? And we see the evidence of that every time we go out on the highways and byways and we see the state of our people, right? Right? Always following after the ways of the other nations, right? And we seen it a few weeks ago while we was out there rebuking that when we did the Halloween rebuke, right? You think Jake, you think the average so-called black man is worried about the things that's coming to America? Hell no. Jake was out there, with his pants sagging, right? He out there getting drunk and, smoking weed, out there chasing after females, right? You had our sisters out there half naked, twerking on every corner, right? They're not thinking about the things that's coming to the earth, right? They're not getting prepared for all the destruction that's coming to the earth, right? But hey, that's the state of a lot of our people in these last days, right? And what the Lord say in that Matthew 24, right? Matter of fact, let me get that real quick in Matthew 24. I'm gonna give it right back to you, right?
Yeah, Con. Don't worry about
it. Right, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 36. It says, but of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Right, so it's gonna go, into the things that was happening during the time of Noah, and it's gonna be the same way in these last days, right? When Yahweh shall come back. It says, verse 38, for as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, right? And that's what you see our people doing. Hey, that's what we seen a couple weeks ago, right? People was out there turning up, right? Having a good time, right? Taking all different kinds of drugs, right? You had people literally walking down the street while the police standing right there just smoking blunts, right? Walking down the street smoking a blunt, right?
Yo, the police were damn near lighting it up for him.
Right. The police was damn near sitting there passing, going in rotation with them.
They were passing it amongst the cops.
Right. That's how wicked this place is, man. Right. It says, Salakia, verse 38. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage. And that's not even talking about, actual marriage, man. That's talking about fornication and adultery,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's what our people into. That's all you seen out there on them streets. Like you had random men grabbing on random females. You had females out there with their whole body all out,
Mm-hmm.
right? I ain't never, look, I ain't never seen nothing like that, man. It was a whole freak show out there,
Yeah. I
right?
think
I mean, that was
an easy word for it.
disgusting. Like I ain't, man. That I mean, this place is finished. That's all I gotta say, man. This place is finished.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never seen that much. Hey, what happened to indecent exposure, right? In America, don't America supposed to have laws for indecent exposure and lewd conduct?
You would think
But
that.
all that went out the window for Halloween night.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is like all the laws and stuff that America placed, all that just went out the window. I thought smoking weed was illegal. Right? I thought people walking around with no clothes on, half naked, was illegal. But all that just went out the window for that weekend, right? So it says marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark and knew not until the flood came. And that's gonna be a lot of our people. And they ignore us when we out there trying to give them the word. Like we literally had a sister when Shu was teaching, that one sister, she said F the Bible. You remember that?
Oh yeah.
He said, yeah, let me show you in the Bible. She said F it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a right. So hey, they gonna be caught by surprise, right? The Lord gonna have to catch them by surprise. We out there literally telling them the things that the Lord said was gonna happen in the last days,
Mm-hmm.
but they not hearkening, right? They don't want to listen, right? They just want to continue in their folly.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, when that day of destruction come, that's gonna be on them,
Right.
right? It says, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Right? So just like how it was in the days of Noah, that's how it's gonna be in these last days. Right? People want to play games, they want to go out there and live, their wicked lifestyle and commit every type of abomination that they can commit, right? But when the Lord come back, he gonna catch them by surprise. And all those of our people that didn't want to hearken, they gonna be destroyed, right? And in that day, you ain't gonna get a second chance,
Mm-mm.
right? You can't, hey, you ain't gonna be like, oh, I didn't know, right? Lord, please spare me. It ain't gonna be no sparing nobody, right? You ain't gonna get a second chance in that day, right? Hey, the Lord gave you a chance to listen to the servants, to listen to the prophets, to listen to the watchmen, but you ain't want to hearken, right? But hey, it is what it is, man.
Mm-hmm.
But that was all I had on that, Ethan.
Okay, come on. So back to this, and it went to a giant brain fart in my head. But this whole thing with Kim Kardashian being the GQ Man of the Year, this is disgusting, right? If you look at it through the eyes of the Lord, it's disgusting, right? A woman being posed as a man, right? And we already know that they have men that they pose as women, right? Look at all the celebrities that they do, right? They make them wear skirts, they make them wear dresses, they make them wear freaking stockings, they make them wear bras, they make them wear all kinds of abomination. But I want to go into this Deuteronomy 22:5, right? It says, the woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, right? Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are abominations unto the Lord thy God, right? And this is what our people do, right? If you, I don't, I'm about 99.9% sure that nobody would come up to us in the street if we had on dresses. right? We would be the laughing stock, right? We're already the laughing stock out there, but it would rise to a whole new level. But you can't respect a man that is wearing a dress, and vice versa. You can't respect a woman that is dressing like a man, right? And all of our sisters think that it's okay to dress like a man, but it's not, right? So I'm gonna get off on that, but there's another, like I mentioned earlier, this is another thing that people are paying attention to. They're not paying attention to the Lord, right? They're paying attention to Draymond Green being suspended for 5 games for choking out Rudy. That's what they're worried about. They're not worried about the Lord. They're not worried about his law, statutes, and commandments, right? And it's funny because if the shoe was on the other foot and this was an Edomite, I guarantee you he wouldn't be suspended for no 5 games. He'd get slapped on the wrist and he'd be there the next game with a smile on his face. But that also shows the injustice and besides showing the curses, it also shows the lack of balance in this world, right? The lack of balance towards everything, the lack of balance towards our people, the lack of balance towards, an example would be an Edomite cop shooting versus a Jake cop shooting, right? The Edomite cop would probably get paid time off, right? But if it was a Jake cop, they're getting fired, or they're getting put on suspension without pay, right? They're getting immediate charges, then probably getting fired, but the outcome doesn't match on either side. So, just in that alone is just ass backwards, right? There's also another. Actually, let's go to the Iceland. Let's go to the Iceland earthquake because that is pretty interesting and that says a lot as well.
Iceland has declared a state of emergency, warning of an imminent volcanic eruption. People have already evacuated a small fishing town there, and the country's southwestern peninsula has experienced hundreds of earthquakes in recent days. Chris Livesay has more.
The Earth's crust splitting open at the surface, and it's probably only the beginning.
Oh my God!
Residents and visitors in Grindavik have seen hundreds of tremors. The violent rumbling cracking roads, buildings, and infrastructure, sparking a state of emergency and the evacuation of thousands, like Hans Vera.
We are a little bit desperate, a little bit paralyzed, and sad, actually.
It's a powder keg ready to blow, the meteorological office fears, with a significant likelihood of an eruption any day in a country with 33 active volcanic systems. In 2010, eruptions on the island caused massive disruptions to air travel in Europe. And tourists from around the world regularly flock here to witness the majestic lava flows. But this time, locals can't take any chances, fleeing with what they can grab. For now, the silence of anticipation is deafening.
But we are still waiting. It is a danger. We are expecting it, but we don't know when.
For CBS Mornings, Chris Livesay.
We definitely don't want no commercials, but there it is, right? And just what's today, the 15th? Just at 8:45 this morning, right? They posted that there was another 800 earthquakes. Look at this. Let me pull it up right now. Look at this. Iceland experiences another 800 earthquakes overnight. I mean, it's just a matter of time before this thing pops off. Let's see.
Most High working, man.
Yeah, he working. He is definitely working. Shalak, grab me real quick. Grab me Luke 21 and 11. I'll pull it up here. Let's get the next article.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, Khan.
Khan. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 11. And great earthquakes shall be in divers places, and famines, and pestilences, and fearful sights, and great signs shall be there from heaven.
There you go. Just another play off of Matthew 24. Right? The Lord is visiting this place. Just like if we go back to that second Ezra's 9, right? That the brother was bringing out. You know? If we go to verse 2 again, even verse 1, right? He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. Nobody is measuring the time. Nobody cares. Right? And these are a part of the strong delusions that our people are under. Right? Nobody's worrying about the Lord. It's pretty sad to see, you know. I guess we can go off of this and we'll go on to Yashawan. You want to go into the some of those other articles you had pulled up?
You talking about the videos?
Yeah, I think the next one that you had was the House and the government shutdown.
Yeah, I think I had an article and a video for that. If you want to read the article first and then play the video.
Okay, Con. I think this is the article right here, CNN, I believe. Double check. Yeah. All right. So, GOP funding bill moves to Senate as shutdown deadline approaches. Isn't this the same thing that happened last month, or was it the month before that?
Con, this the same one that's been going on for the past couple months.
Mm-hmm. It says the Senate is expected to vote tonight on the House passed stopgap bill to keep the government open, putting Congress on a path to avert a shutdown, but setting the stage for a broader funding fight in the new year. If the Senate passes the bill, as expected, the measure would next go to President Joe Biden to be signed into law. Government funding is currently set to expire at the end of the week on Friday, November 17th. Now, I don't know if anybody knows what happens when the so-called government goes into a shutdown, but pretty much everything stops. Everybody stops getting paid, right? Like, so, you know, if you're collecting assistance, your assistance stops, right? Food stamp stops, welfare stops, right? You know that's really geared towards affecting our people, right? And none else. You got any precepts on that?
Now you can keep. Did you finish the article?
Yeah, let me keep reading it. It says the bill from the GOP-led House would extend funding until January 19th for priorities including military construction, veterans affairs, transportation, housing, and the energy department. The rest of the government, anything not covered by the first step, would be funded until February 2nd. The proposal does not include additional aid for Israel or Ukraine. Man. Did you guys see this video with this dude right here? This Senator Mullen?
He was about to throw hands.
Yeah, he was about to throw hands with one of the others. senators, right, right on the floor. Yo, it
Yeah,
was
I think that might be on the video I sent.
okay. Let's check that video out. 'Cause, yeah, I
Yeah,
just saw the part where he was throwing hands.
did you finish it?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much, you know, I mean, we can, oh, well, I guess we can talk about this. Sometimes it feels like Congress is trying to parody itself. As lawmakers stagger towards the Thanksgiving recess after some of the ugliest and most unproductive weeks in years, the place is coming completely unglued. That's prophecy also. Despite the House passing a stopgap funding bill to keep the government open beyond this week, representatives acted out a farce Tuesday. The joke was on Americans deprived of a serious, functioning government. Um, and I could understand what they're talking about, right? They have all this money to send to Israel. They have all this money to send to Ukraine. They have all these dollars that they can freely just give out to everybody else except for the country that they're supposed to work for. And they're
It's a
making a
lot.
big joke out of themselves.
It's a lot, and that goes to show you that our people, our people, so destroyed. You know, they're destroyed for a lack of knowledge. If they think that, you know, this government cares about them, right? You still got people out there. You got people out there talking about, and I know we hear this on a daily basis, right? We might have people in our families, or we might just hear people out there in the world at work talking about, yeah, all we got to do is keep voting, and right, if we vote the right person in office, it don't matter who the hell you vote in the damn office, right? There's not going to be no change for our community, right? Like the brother bringing out, how the hell they got all this money to send billions of dollars? They sending billions of dollars to help aid Ukraine and help aid Israel, but the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American community is still destroyed, right? Our people still living in poverty, right? Our people still on welfare, right? But you can send billions of dollars to these other countries. That goes to show you that they don't give a damn about our people, right? You got so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that lead in poverty. According to the American statistics, we lead in poverty in this nation, but they can't help aid our people, but they can help aid all these other nations, right?
Gotta make it make sense. It just don't. Not even close.
Hey, Salakia. Not only do we lead in poverty, but I think we also lead in spending in America, don't we?
Damn.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, we the number one consumers.
Mm-hmm.
See that? But our people think, they think America, all they got to do is keep voting, and that's a form of insanity, right? You keep doing the same thing over and over again. You expecting something new, right? You expecting a different result. How many damn presidents we done went through already? Well, we finna be on the 50. What's that? In the damn 50. What's the upcoming president? It's finna be the 50 damn six. Is it the 56th president?
I don't know.
Man, we done been through 50 some damn presidents, and our people still talking about, yeah, we just gotta keep voting, right?
They say the voting don't work and we should march.
Right, we've been voting and marching for damn 60 plus years, and for some reason, our people think that's still gonna work out for us, right? Right, let me bring this out real quick, man. Our people gotta wake up and realize the time that's coming, right? This Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7, it says, "At last, for that day is great, that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." So, hey, like the brother was bringing out, if the government shut down, and we've been talking about this for a few months, right? Hey, Ephraim, what you just bring out? If the government shut down, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, if the government shut down, that means all payments are gonna stop. right? But thinking about that, I was thinking like the other day, I was like, damn. I was like, what would happen if, forget about the government shutting down, what would happen if the internet shut down?
Hey, all this stuff finna shut down soon.
Oh yeah, it's all going to shut down, absolutely. But I was just thinking about what kind of impact it would be if only the internet were to shut down.
Hey, people gonna lose their damn minds.
Everybody's going to lose their damn minds, right? People ain't going to be able to, because they're trying to shift everything to paperless, to contactless, to all computer driven, right? But if you have no internet to drive these computers, so to speak, or to drive these programs, you ain't gonna be able to buy anything. You ain't gonna be able to sell anything. They're trying to get rid of cash as fast as possible, right? So they can bring in that mark. Banks, forget about banks. Withdraw money, who does that, right? Nothing will work. No TV, no internet, no services, no communication. Like, I think the world would literally stop if the internet was shut off.
And that's coming, right? If the government shut down, that's coming right after. That's next. I mean, all these things is right around the corner, man. Our people need to start preparing. Because like you went into, right, everything stopped. All the welfare stopped, right? All the government assistance stopped. And we went into this last time. Who was the number one people that's on welfare and government assistance? That's our people. Right? So what the hell are people gonna do when you ain't got no more food stamps and you ain't got no more Section 8? Right? And that's what we just brought out Jeremiah. At last for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. Right? So you got Jacob's trouble right around the corner, and our people still want to play games, right? They just want to go out there for Halloween and get drunk and smoke blunts, right? But they need to begin prepared for the things that's coming upon the earth, right?
Right.
But you want to go back. You want to go back to that. If you finish that article, we can get to that video.
Yeah.
I think what you was talking about them two dudes that was from the scrap. I think it might be on this video.
Yo, when have we ever seen this really in history? If you think about it, I've never seen this in history. I've never seen it. And I feel like now, this time that we're in right now is probably the worst time that has ever occurred in so-called America. I've never seen it like this ever.
The bill is passed. This morning, Congress is one step closer to avoiding a government shutdown, with the House passing a short-term funding bill with bipartisan support and days to spare before the deadline.
We just got to get the job done.
The bill, which now heads to the Senate, would keep the government funded through early next year. It also frees up lawmakers to leave town for Thanksgiving later this week, a badly needed break as tensions among lawmakers reached a boiling point on Tuesday.
It shocked me more than anything else.
Tennessee Republican Tim Burchett, who voted to oust Kevin McCarthy last month, claiming the former speaker shoved him in a basement hallway while he was being interviewed.
Kevin McCarthy walked by.
Here's what you talking about?
Damn. I didn't even see this. Nah, I was talking about the other dude. Yo, it's like Royal Rumble in that place. These people
a house divided, right?
Hey, Salaki, hey, hold that. Hey, that's the spirit, because I was just finna bring that out. Matter of fact, let me bring this out real quick. Right? Just like the brother Kazak was just brought out. That's the spirit, because I was literally finna go into it.
Let me pull it up for you, King. What you got?
Matthew 12:25. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Oh man. Got these old Edomites, going at it, man, going at each other's neck. Right? So I'm gonna bring it out. This Matthew 12:25. It says, and YAHAWAH'S knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. And that's what you're saying right here in America, man. You got these damn government officials going at it, finna damn near scrap, man. Right? They finna damn fight each other, man. They pushing and bumping each other, man. I mean, America is a laughing stock, man. And this the kingdom that our people want to put their faith in, man. Talk about make America great again when they finna be a damn government shutdown. You got damn government officials damn fighting each other, right? It says every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. So, hey, we trying to tell our people, hey, be prepared because this place is not gonna stand for too much longer, right? And you see it. You got these people divided against each other, right? You got the Republicans and the Democrats, right? You got all these damn government officials, right, going at each other next, right? Verse 26, it says, and if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. So you saying Satan casting out Satan, right? You got Satan divided against himself, right? That goes to show you that this is the end. Their kingdom is coming down, right? It says, how shall then his kingdom stand? Right? So how the hell this kingdom go stand? Right? They're not even on the same page. You got the rulers of this kingdom not even on the same page, right? They hate each other. They fighting each other, right? They going against each other, right? So this kingdom is finished, right? If you haven't noticed by now, right? So that was powerful.
Salakia, King. And if you
Yeah,
even think about it on a carnal level, when it says a house divided, you think about, the House of Representatives, right? The Senate, Congress. So you can even make it the House divided, like the House of Representatives, they're divided.
That's right. Hey, that's a good point, right? So this government is divided, man, right? But that's the spirit, man, that the brother brought that out because I was just finna, go into it. But that was all I had though. If you wanna finish that video, unless you got something else.
Let me see. I'm trying to find that freaking video, that hilarious video. It's oh my god. Let's see if
We were just watching it.
Me in the kidneys as he walked by. Oh, it was 100% on purpose.
Hey, you can rewind it a little bit.
Members of Congress.
Back to that part.
There before the deadline.
Get the job done.
The bill, which now heads to the Senate, would keep the government funded through early next year. It also frees up lawmakers to leave town for Thanksgiving later this week, a badly needed break as tensions among lawmakers reached a boiling point on Tuesday.
It shocked me more than anything else.
Tennessee Republican Tim Burchett, who voted to oust Kevin McCarthy last month, claiming the former speaker shoved him in a basement hallway while he was being interviewed.
Kevin McCarthy walked by and elbowed me in the kidneys as he walked by. Oh, it was 100% on purpose, man. What a chance. It's 435 members of Congress, 8 of us voted against him.
McCarthy calling any physical contact between the two men purely accidental.
If I kidney punch him, he'd be on the ground, so come on.
Hearings growing heated too, including a showdown in the Senate. When previous social media taunting between Teamsters president Sean O'Brien and Oklahoma senator and former MMA fighter Mark Wayne Muller nearly turned a health committee hearing into a cage match.
Sir, this is a time, this is a place.
This is
you
it.
want to run your mouth. We can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big
Oh,
guy.
stop it.
Is that your solution?
Yo.
Oh man. Yo.
Oh man, hey, this joke is hilarious.
Yo, he was ready to wax his bald ass head. Excuse my French, but he was ready to wax his head.
Hey man, this joke crazy, man. Hey, this the kingdom divided against itself, man.
I gotta see it.
Previous
Oh
social
man.
media taunting, contact between the two men purely accidental.
If I kidney punch him, he'd be on the ground. So come on.
Hearings growing heated too, including a showdown in the Senate. When previous social media taunting between Teamsters president Sean O'Brien and Oklahoma senator and former MMA fighter Mark Wayne Mullen nearly turned a health committee hearing into a cage match.
Sir, this is a time, this is a place. You want to run your mouth? We can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big guy.
Oh, stop it.
Is that your solution every
Oh, no, sit down. Sit down. Okay. You know, you're a United States Senator. Sit down.
Active.
Oh, okay. Sit down, please.
Unlikely referee 82-year-old Bernie Sanders intervening. Senator Mullen unapologetic afterwards.
You don't do that in Oklahoma. You don't run your mouth unless you're going to answer the call.
But with the government funding bill,
Can you imagine Bernie Sanders trying to break these two up? Oh man.
Hey man, hey, let me bring this out real quick, man. Hey, this place is finished, man. This place is finished, man.
Oh man.
All right, let me bring this out real quick, man. Can you pull up? I'm gonna go to Daniel chapter 2, and I'm gonna start at verse. I'm gonna start at verse 41. Daniel 2 and 41, and that's why people got to know these prophecies, man. Because when you see the things that's happening in this kingdom, you know for sure that we in the end.
This gotta be the end. It gotta be it gotta be.
Right. So let me bring this out. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 2, verse 41, right? And it's going into the Nebuchadnezzar's vision, right? When he had the vision with the image and it had, the different kingdoms, right? So this verse 41, it says, and whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay. So this is talking about the last ruling kingdom before the kingdom of the saints, right? The kingdom of Israel, right? That Nebuchadnezzar saw in his dream, right? So this is the last kingdom, right? Before the kingdom of the Israelites. It says, and whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided. Right, and that's talking about this modern day kingdom, which is an extension of the Greco-Roman Empire. Right, this kingdom is divided. Right, you got damn. This is crazy, man. You got these damn people in their own government fighting against each other, man.
Mm-hmm. Right, they were ready to throw down right there.
Right. America is a joke, man. America is a laughing stock, man. Right. How the hell you think America go defend itself against these other nations when they going to war with each other? Right. Right. So it says, but there shall be in it of the strength of the iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with merry clay, and as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with merry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. It says, and in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. And that's talking about our kingdom. Right? Our kingdom never will be destroyed. Right? That's why when you go to Daniel chapter 7 and 18, one of my favorite precepts, it say the saints of the Most High go take the kingdom and we go possess it forever and ever, right? It says, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. And so we go break in pieces, man, this kingdom, right? When Yahweh shall come back, hey, this kingdom gonna be destroyed with quickness, right? Swiftly, right? Hey, this place is a joke, right? They can't even stand together, right? How the hell they go defend themselves against Yahweh Shah and his mighty army when they can't even stand together, right? It says, for as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it break in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold, the great God have made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter. And the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof sure. So these things are going to come to pass, right? That goes to show you that our kingdom is coming, right? It said, and the dream is certain, right? So that goes to show you the things that's happening on the earth, right? That's happening in America right now. These are the things that the Lord spoke about, right? These are the things that we supposed to be watching for, right? These are the things that we supposed to be paying attention to, right? In these last days, right? But that was all I had on that.
Mm-hmm. Well said. Well said. Um, what can we really say? You know, I mean, this is where it's in a sad. This whole world is in a sad position. You know,
Right.
and the only precept that really comes to mind right there, besides some other one, is you know, is the rulership. You know, when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn, right? And our people plus the rest of the world is in mourning right now, right? In need of a savior, right? And that's exactly what we need. We need a savior so that we can put this world back to its former righteousness, right? But you know, like they say, you gotta crack a few eggs in order to make an omelet. You know?
It's Salaki, Kazak, can you give me Lamentations 4:17, Baba Kashar?
Okay. You ready for it now, Ken?
Khan.
This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, and verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
So let's stop right there. Our people still, like I said, you still got people out here talking about, yeah, we just gotta vote. Yeah, we just gotta vote the right person in office, and things changing. They changing slow, but they changing, right? I mean, this is madness, man. Our people need to wake up, man.
They
right?
may get better.
Right? I mean, I don't understand this, man. What is it gonna take for our people to wake up? Right? Your eyes, you watching for a nation that's not gonna save you. These people don't give a damn about you. Right? This nation don't give a damn about our people. And their actions show it. You think them damn them damn government officials, you think they care about our people? Right? They don't even care about each other. They damn near finna fight each other, man, over politics.
Mm-hmm.
So you think they give a damn about the so-called Black and Hispanic and Native American community? Right? These damn devils probably, when they go home, they probably be like, damn, man, I wish I could kill that bastard.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They damn near finna kill each other, man. Right? Hey man, so these people, man, they don't give a damn about our people, man. Our people need to wake up and realize this, man. That's why the Lord said the kingdom of heaven is within us. We gonna have to change, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? These people, these other nations not gonna save us, right? The Lord said, never trust thy enemy, right? It said we have watched for a nation that could not save us. They can't even save themselves. They can barely save their own government from shutting down. You think they gonna save you?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you gotta make it make sense, man. Right? But that was it all I had on that. If you want to get into the other part of your lesson.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that right now. But Aniel, are you there, King?
Con.
Hey, Shalom, Mark. Hey, you think you can grab me Deuteronomy 32? And we're gonna
Con.
start from the top and we're gonna work it down.
Should start from verse 1.
Go on, King.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 1. It says, "Give ear, O ye heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth." Verse 2, "My doctrine shall drop as the rain."
Salaki, let me butt in real quick. So that word right there, doctrine, right? Let's see what that means. Let's see what that's talking about. My doctrine, because everybody talks about my doctrine this, my doctrine that, my doctrine's better than yours. No, let's see what doctrine actually means, right?
Strong's H3948. Lekach. Lekach.
Right? Lekach. Right? What does it mean? Learning, teaching, insight, instruction. Right? And you know how people have a real hard time dealing with instruction. You know, they never want to learn. You can't tell them a damn thing, right? They think they know everything already. But we're here to tell you that you don't, right? Something received, mental instruction, right? Learning, fair speech. But where is this instruction and where can I find it? Because this is the Heavenly Father telling us that his doctrine or his learning, actually, let's look at a different translation. It actually it comes out really, really well. Let me see. Let's do this NLT. "Let my teaching fall on you like rain. Let my speech settle like dew. Let my words fall like rain on tender grass, like gentle showers on young plants." Right? His learning, his teaching, right? His doctrine, right? And people don't have time to hear his doctrine, right? Salakia, go ahead. Keep going, King.
Con. So verse 2, it says, "My doctrine shall drop as the rain. My speech shall distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass." Verse 3, "Because I will publish the name of the Most High. Ascribe ye greatness unto our God, our Father." Verse 4, "He is the rock. His work is perfect. For all his ways are judgment. A Elohim of truth, and without iniquity, just and right is he."
Mm-hmm.
Verse 5, "They have corrupted themselves."
They have corrupted, Salakia, King. They have corrupted themselves, right? Who is the they that it's talking about here? It's talking about Israel, the children of Israel. We as a nation have corrupted ourselves, right? And how do we corrupt ourselves? By not following his laws, statutes, and commandments. It's very cut and dry. It's very easy to understand, but not everybody can understand it, right? Keep going, King. Salakia.
God, their spot is not the spot of his children. They are perverse and crooked generation. Salakia, they are a perverse and crooked generation. Verse 6, "Do ye thus requite of the Most High, O foolish people and unwise?" Is not he thy father that hath brought thee? Hath he not made thee and established thee?
Now I love this. I love this precept. Right. Let's read it in the NLT. Let's see this. Let's see what it says. It says, "Is this the way you repay the Lord, you foolish and senseless people?" That describes our people to the T, right? "Isn't he your father who created you? Has he not made you and established you?" You know, and our people don't consider, not one bit, that they are disappointing their heavenly Father that created them. He can easily, with the snap of his finger, get rid of all of us and start from scratch. He can turn stones into a people of his choosing, right? But he doesn't do that. He chooses us, right? He puts his faith, as we should put our faith in him. He puts his faith in us because he knows that we're better than what we portray ourselves to be. All right, keep going, King.
Verse 7. Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee. Thy elders, and they will tell thee.
We're going to skip down to, where is it? Oh, man. There's great precepts out here, too. Let's see. Let's go to 18 right here. Matter of fact, let's go to 17, Slakia.
Verse 17. They sacrifice unto devils, not unto the Most High, to gods whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not. Verse 18. Of the rock that begat thee, thou art unmindful, and thou hast forgotten the Most High that formed thee.
You have forgotten the God that formed you. Again, that's just reiterating what was said earlier, right? Our people don't think about it, but yet our people want to wonder why they're in the position they're in, right? Why they're at a low estate, why they have to go to their oppressor to make things happen, right? They don't even consider. Keep going.
Verse 19. And when the Most High saw it, he abhorred them, because of the provoking of his sons and of his daughters. Verse 20. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be, for they are a very forward generation, children in whom is no faith.
Children in whom is no faith, right? He just said that he is going to hide his face from us because of our disobedience, right? Because of the fact that we don't put him on high, because of the fact that we put a holiday like Halloween or another holiday like Christmas above him, right? He said that he will, that if you seek him, he will seek you, right? I'm paraphrasing the precept, but things don't happen unless he deems it to happen, right? He can bless you all day long if you're keeping in the faith and doing his commandments and his laws, right? But if you're not, then who do you think is really the one that's blessing you? It sure ain't him. And I put a few weeks back, I put this on social media and nobody ever thinks about it, right? The devil tried to give YAHAWAH'S the kingdom right then and there. But he said, if you will bow down to me, the devil is more than capable, or Satan is more than capable of blessing you with things that you think you need. But do you really need it? Right? But then that begs the question again. Why are our people at that low estate? And they're happy at being at that low estate. Right? It's because they don't have that faith that they need to follow the Most High. Right? Keep going, King. I think that's going to be the last one.
Verse 21. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not of Elohim. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities, and I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. I will provoke them to anger with the foolish nation.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I mean that to the T, that is our people, right? And I wanna throw some more articles out here really quickly, just to just to land me back off the point. This one actually is going to be pretty shocking, or it may not be shocking. This is actually a video that I've been trying to go over for a few weeks now, but the spirit takes us somewhere else. But this is showing you how our people are right now. Right, let me play this real quick. Graphic content, viewer beware.
Hey, Salaki, this that one video.
Khan.
You don't think they're not gonna shut us down if you play this again?
They're gonna shut us down regardless, one way or another. They'll find something wrong with it. But no, but I think I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, they don't show nothing. They just they blurt out everything. But
because the one you showed last time, they ain't blurred nothing.
Yeah, that was straight off of Twitter though. But yeah, that was great. But no, this one's on oh gosh, what's this?
Yeah, cause I don't
New York. I don't think they're gonna show it. But so what happens is that these people in a New York City apartment building, right? And this just shows you that the love of many is waxing colder and colder by the day, right? This is just one. I'm gonna be real quick on this, but so there was a noise complaint, I guess, I'm assuming downstairs or somewhere. So the man came out to talk to the dude, but in coming out to talk to the dude, he brought a pair of scissors with him, right? So like that should be the last thing that you're thinking about when you're trying to go out to confront somebody that's complaining about you and your noise, right? He brought out a pair of scissors, and it didn't go very well for the dude. See, there you go. There's the scissors. Yeah. So it cut off right there. But essentially, he murdered the guy in front of his door, right? He killed his son. He killed the son before he killed the father, because the son came out and tried to, attack him, but he ended up shooting the son first, and then he unloaded the rest of the clip on the father. Like nothing. Like this wasn't a life. This wasn't a life that you just took. You just took 2 lives because of noise, right? Let's go to this other one. This actually happened in North Carolina, right? It says a man was killed after asking his 15-year-old brother to clean his room, right? This brother right here, I believe he's 25. Let's see, where is his name is Tracy Davis, right? And he asked his little brother to clean up his room, and instead he killed his brother. Madness, right? Here's another one. A Mississippi man stabs a woman 50 times as he followed her inside her home. And this is more so for the sisters, right? You got to watch your surroundings, right? You got to stay prayed up. You got to make sure you're not in right? So that stuff like this wouldn't happen. And this right here, this was judgment. This is judgment right here, right? Let's go to Isaiah real quick. We'll go to Isaiah 45. Man, oh man.
Hey, Salah, can I bring out some after you after that Isaiah?
Yeah,
Con.
One of my favorites. Isaiah 45:7. It says, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. Right? So those articles that you saw, right? Insanity indeed. But it's all the Most High. Right? Damn. Where'd that precept go? Were you gonna bring out Sirach 39?
Okay,
good. Go ahead, you can go, King.
Con, I was gonna bring out 1 Peter 4:17 real quick because you were going into judgment, right? It says this 1 Peter 4:17, it says, for the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of God, right? And we all know the house of God is talking about his people, right? The Israelites, right? So you saying judgment being brought upon our people, right? And this is why we go out here on the highways and byways and teach our people the laws and commandments of the Lord. Because if our people follow the laws and commandments, they wouldn't kill their own brother over a noise complaint, right? You wouldn't have our brothers stalking our sisters and then breaking into their houses and stabbing them to death, right? If our people truly had love for each other, that's why the Lord told our people, to love your brother, right, of your own nation, right? But this is what happens when our people, be disobedient and, continue to break the commandments, right? Now, the Most High God is unleashing evil and spirits, right, on our people, right? So it says, for the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of God, right? And like the brother was going into that Matthew, where we're talking about the love of many go wax cold in these last days, right? And that's what you see amongst our people, right? We be out there trying to warn our people, but our people think this a game, right? What's stopping you from being the next one getting shot up, right, by your own brother, right, getting kidnapped, right? Somebody breaking into your house and stabbing you to death, right? You getting caught up in an earthquake, getting caught up in a hurricane, getting caught up in a mass shooting, right? What's stopping that from happening to anybody, right? And the Lord said, the angels of the Lord encamp round about them that fear him, right? So if you don't fear the Lord, hey, you gonna be out there receiving that judgment, right? So it says, and if it first began at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of God? Hey, so you saying the end of them that obey not the gospel of God, right? What's the end of them that obey not the gospel of God, right? Getting shot up, right? In the damn New York City, right? Damn apartment building, right? Woman getting stabbed up, getting kidnapped, right? Getting shot up by your own little brother, right? Getting murdered by your own brother, right? These are the things that happen in our communities, right? Because we continue to break God's commandments. Verse 18, it says, and if the righteous scarcely be saved, so even the righteous, it said they scarcely go be saved. That means they barely go make it, right? It's gonna be a small remnant of Israelites that's gonna make it. because it's gonna be so much death and destruction upon our people. It says, and if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? And we all know the sinner. And the Lord said in Amos 9 and 10, to paraphrase it, he said, all the sinners of my people go down by the sword. Right? And like the brother bringing out, that's what you see. You see the sinners of God people getting killed by the sword. Right? But that was all I had on that.
Khan, mighty points. Mighty points. Right? I want to bring this last article out, and then I'm going to bring the precept out. But here's another one. A Florida man kills his ex-girlfriend because he didn't want her with a new man. Make that make sense. Right? Make that make sense. You know, our people can be so simple at times. Right? There's no way I'm doing prison time or being incarcerated because a female didn't want to be with me anymore. Right? I take that as now, you know, if I was in the world, I'd probably just get a new one, you know, real quick. But in the truth, or, you know, observing this truth, I consider it a blessing from the Most High. You know, if a female ain't trying to deal with me, hey, deuces. I'm gonna keep serving the Lord, and the Lord is gonna bring me a more godly woman, right? One that obeys the commandments, right? One that does His will. Right? But the precept I wanted to bring out was, you know, in all this, again, this is all being done by the Most High, right? This is Sirach 39, and we'll start at 27. It says, all these things are good to the godly, are for good to the godly. So to the sinners, they are turned into evil. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death. All these were created for vengeance. And who does vengeance belong to? Vengeance belongs to the Most High, right? Like we just read in Isaiah 47 and 45 and 7, right? He creates evil. Right? If you go back to, I believe it's in Samuel or is in King. I'm pretty sure it's in Samuel, where the angels were like, you know, trying to put in their lot on who's going to be the lying spirit to Saul, who's going to be the evil angel to, you know, confuse Saul. These things, they were having a meeting, right? And trying to figure out who was going to be the one that was going to take Saul off his block. And, hey, what can I say? The Most High gave it to the angel that he thought was most useful for the situation. And that's exactly what happened. Saul was taken off his block, right? And then who became king after Saul? You know, it's pretty you know, nobody considers that, you know, all of these things could be happening from one source, right? The master source, right? The one that calls all the shots. You know, I think that is all I had. I did want to go into Joel 3, Yeah, let's go into Joel 3 real quick. Hey, King Kazak, can you bring out Joel 3 and 9? Baba Kasha.
Khan King, you ready?
Yeah.
It's the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Verse 10, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
And that's exactly what's happening right now. You got a whole bunch of weak nations, weak, inferior nations, right, that are getting ready to, I mean, this war is going to be crazy, right? Like right now, you have most of the Saudi or the Ishmaelites, right? You have the what do you have? Saudi Arabia, you have Turkey, that whole so-called Middle East section. All those countries are getting ready to come together to blow the state of Israel off the map. And who do you think they're going to be turning their who do you think they're going to be turning their arrows at next? All right. All the stuff that is happening in all these other countries is coming here. You can best believe that. Right? Keep going, King.
Come. Verse 11. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Verse 13. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of Yahweh is near in the valley of decision.
There you go. The day of the Lord is coming very, very close. Very close. That's all I had on that part of the lesson. Any of you brothers had any precepts you wanted to bring out before I move on to this next section?
La'akin.
Con. So I wanted to take a little twist and sort of go in on something that you know I've been contemplating on, that I've been meditating on, and it kind of goes into, like, yesterday we had our new moon service, and the priest was bringing out some amazing points, right? He was bringing out some really amazing points, and he was talking about endurance, right? So the question remains, can you endure, right? Can a person have the endurance to get through this Jacob's trouble, right? You know, I think, in my opinion, I think Jacob's trouble has been happening ever since. It's ramping up worse and worse and worse, right? It's like on a scale of 1 to 10, we're probably at maybe 7, right? But when 10 comes, it's probably going to be unbearable. But, you know, do we have endurance? You know, can we endure the challenges that, you know, the challenges that are coming up in these last days, right? You know, the devil has but a short time, so he's coming down with great wrath. And I think that goes across the board with everything. I mean, laws going to be changed, right? I don't even want to go into the social system, right? Like the child supports, the alimonies, all that stuff that we have to deal with as brothers. I'm sure, you know, vehicular stuff, tickets. I'm sure all of that stuff is going to ramp up even more, right? We just found out on Raleigh that they are I think they doubled the price of parking tickets, right? I think they went from 50 to about 100 now per ticket, which is crazy. $100 to park on the street, that's madness. But I guess somebody get me Ezekiel 22. We'll start at 14.
I can grab that for you, Ken.
Khan, the water.
I already got it.
Okay, go ahead, Ken.
Okay, so then give me Matthew 24, and we're gonna work that after this Ezekiel. Go ahead, King.
All right, Khan, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 22 and 14. Can thine heart endure, or can thine hands be strong? In the days that I shall deal with thee, I, the Lord, have spoken it and will do it.
So that's the question. Can your heart endure? And when it talks about your heart, it's talking about your mind, right? Can you be mentally strong and have that mental fortitude that you need to endure all of these challenges, right? All of these challenges, all of these temptations that are coming up, right? Things are going to get even worse from here. I didn't think it could get any worse, right? I figured we're at the end of the worst, but it's going to get worse. Can your hands be strong? Can you continue in this faith? Can you continue doing, the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord, right? That's the ultimate question, right? And I think it's so important because having that sort of brotherhood or that congregation that you can sort of latch on to or congregate with, right? You got brothers, you got sisters that you can bounce ideas off of, right? If brothers are having, bad days, or if they're not in the spirit, we could talk about it and really work on what it is that's troubling, to help with that endurance, right? That's why we always promote to join a camp, right? I know there's a lot of people that talk bad about camps, but they're as good as you can make them, right? The Most High is going to challenge you one way or the other, right? It's up to you to have that endurance in order to go out and do the work. Essentially, can you still do that work through all of these challenges that are being put in your way, right? Let's see. Let's go back to that Matthew 24, and we're going to start at 4. Baba Kasha.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 4. It says, And Yahawah answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many.
And we see this all the time, right? I'm sure, if you've been, in this truth for a little bit, I'm sure everybody has seen the brother Yaju, right? That's a false Christ, right? There's another one that I was mentioning in the beginning of the broadcast, a bald woman who claims that she's the She-Christ, and some of these things are laughing matters, but in reality, they're very sad, right? Because these are people that are trying to come in his name and continue the deception that Satan is already throwing out there, right? or Esau or the other nations, right? So keep going, King.
Verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Right. See that ye be not troubled. And what is it? What piece of this truth is it that'll keep you out of that trouble? Right? That's being in the word, right? Staying in your Bible, right? Reading it, getting into, the precepts, and the Lord will make a way, right? Sometimes you can just turn to a page and he'll put something in there that you're dealing with, right? He's nice like that. He'll literally have you turning to a page, and that one page that you just turned to is literally the situation that you are dealing with in your life, right? And that also is a part of that endurance, right? Keep going.
Verse 7. It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted,
Mm-hmm.
and shall kill you. And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
Mm-hmm.
And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another.
That's what we see.
God.
How many articles did I just pull up about about one person hating another one for nothing, for noise, right? For noise, two people have to die, right? And again, this is all judgment from the Most High, right? A woman gets stabbed 50 times. Why? Why does it need to be like that? Keep going, Ken.
Verse 11. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many.
Mm-hmm.
And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
There you go. There's the answer right there. Because iniquity shall abound. Iniquity is going to grow tremendously, right? It's going to cause the love of many to wax cold. That's why we're seeing all this judgment in the earth, because people are forgetting this one word, iniquity. Iniquity is sin. If you're leading a sinful life, judgment is going to come one way or the other, right? Keep going.
Verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come.
Mm-hmm. And then shall the end come, right? And as you can see, the end is approaching very, very fast. Hey, King Shalak, can you grab me Hebrews 10, and we'll start at 31, King? And Kazak, if you can grab me, let's see, we'll do 2 Timothy 2, and we'll start at 1. Aniel, if you can, grab me 2 Timothy 2, and we'll start at 8 on that one. Baba Kusha. The water. Okay, let's go to Hebrews first. All right, whenever you're ready, Ken. Who would I give that to? Shalak.
Shalak, you there? to go.
Shalak's not here right now, but if you leave a name and number after the beep, I'm sure he'll get back to us.
What was the verse?
Hebrews 10, and we'll start at 31. As a matter of fact, we'll start at 30, Salakia.
Con. It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 30. For we know him that has said, vengeance belongeth unto me. I will recompense, say the Most High. And again, the Most High shall judge his people. Verse 31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God.
It is a fearful thing, right, to fall into the hands of the living God. Right? And how do you fall into the hands of the living God? Right? By staying in iniquity. Right? Keep going.
Verse 32. But call to remembrance the former days, in which, after ye were illuminated, ye endured a great fight of afflictions.
Right, you can stop right there. So this is what we're going to have to do, right? We've been illuminated, so to speak. You know, they always talk about the Illuminati and, you know, all these crazy terms and stuff. And we know they exist, but are they truly illuminated? I don't think so. You know why they're not illuminated? Because they don't have the Most High behind them, right? They believe in all these other doctrines and all these other satanic teachings, right? But they don't go to the one book, right, that the Most High has provided for us, right? But we know that we're illuminated, right? We know what the light is. We know who the light is, right? But that's, again, back to the question, right? Are you ready to endure, right? We're going to be going through a lot of these afflictions, right? And this is talking also about, you know, the prophets when they were out giving the word. They were afflicted, right? They were beaten. They were harassed, right? They were put in chains. All for what? All for their belief in the Most High, right? And they wanted to sort of continue in it. You know, it says strive for the truth unto death. And that's what a lot of them did. Right? So we're going to stop there. We're going to go to 2 Timothy 2 and verse 1 now. Pretty pleased with sugar on top.
God. It's the book of 2 Timothy chapter 2 from the top. It says, thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Hamashiach Yahawashi. And the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men who shall be able to teach others also.
Here's the kicker.
Verse 3, thou therefore endure hardness.
Right. Endure hardness. How?
As a good soldier of Yahawashi Hamashiach.
There you go. Right. We have to endure this hardness. Right. We got to remember that no matter what kind of challenge we have coming our way, if we stay faithful to his word, he's going to take us right out of there. Right. Keep going.
Verse 4. No man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier.
There you go. Right? Doesn't matter what's going on in this world. Nothing is more important than the will of your heavenly Father. Right? Just by following his words, that will help to increase your endurance. Right? Praying, fasting, you know, begging for forgiveness on a daily basis. Right? Asking him to guide your way, asking him to guide your heart. Right? These are ways that that you can help yourself to build up your endurance in these last days. Let me read that verse 3 one more time, Salakia.
Khan. This is 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of YAHAWAH'S HaMashiach.
There you go. Let's see. Let's go to. We'll go to verse 8. Yes.
Khan.
Yeah, let's go to verse 8.
Khan. It's the book of 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 8. It says, remember that YAHWAH'S HaMashiach of the seed of David was raised from the dead according to my gospel.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 9, wherein I suffered trouble as an evildoer, even unto bonds, but the word of the Most High is not bound.
Right. The Most High's word is not bound. No matter what you're going through, right? You can always turn to his word, right? Physically and mentally, right? There's nothing that you can suffer or endure that can be greater than the salvation that he's promised to us. Nothing. Right? Keep going, verse 10.
Verse 10, therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in YAHWAH'S HaMashiach with eternal glory.
There you go. Right? There's nothing that you can't do or nothing that they can do to you that you can't endure through the word of God, right? Through that promise. Look what YAHWAH'S had to go through. He was stricken. He was beaten, right? Bloody, right? He was chastised. He was embarrassed. He was humiliated. Why? Because the Most High commanded it to be done. And what did he do? As a faithful lamb, he endured it and he didn't say a word. Right? He knew he had to go through this. But he knew that promise that the Most High had given him. Let's go to James 5 and we'll start at verse 10. Baba Kusha. King Kazak, can you grab me Hebrews? We'll do 12 and we'll start at 6.
Got you, James 5.
Okay, let me pull it up here. Salakia. All right. Okay. All right, let's start at verse 10.
Khan. This is the book of James, chapter 5, verse 10. Take, my brethren, the prophets who have spoken in the name of the Most High, for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 11. Behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job, and have seen the end of the Most High, that the Most High is very pitiful and of tender mercy.
Mm-hmm. And we know what happened with Job, Salakia, and we know what happened with Job. Everything was taken away from him, right? His farm, his children, his family, right? Everybody turned on him. And then he was stricken from top to bottom, everything. But what did he do? He endured.
Hey, Salakia, and he was perfect.
And he was perfect. Right? He already did the commandments and he was still tested. right? What did the Most High say to Satan? He said, have you considered my servant Job, right? Who is perfect and upright, right? He was perfect, meaning that he did the commandments, laws, and statutes of the Most High. And yet he still got tested to the very end, right? But he had that endurance. He had that endurance. Keep going, King.
Verse 12. But above all things, my brethren, swear not, neither by heaven, neither by earth, neither by any other oath, but let your yea be yea, and your nay be nay, lest ye fall into condemnation.
Yeah, that's it for that. But like again, it's saying, don't go to any other source other than the Most High, right? If you're in this thing, you're in it, right? You have to prepare your soul for that temptation. But like I said, nothing that anybody else can do to you is greater than the promise to come, right? Let me get that. Hebrews 12. Hebrews 12. And we'll start at verse 6. Baba Kusha. Pull it up here.
Khan. You ready, King?
Khan.
It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 12 and verse 6. It says, for whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth,
Mm-hmm.
and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth.
There you go, right? This is how you know that you're on the right path, right? Because if the Lord loves you, and Salakia for the language, but he's going to whoop your ass, right? He's going to prove you, right? He's going to put you through the fire, because what comes out the other end is going to be better than what went into the fire. Keep going, King.
Verse 7. If ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons.
Mm-hmm.
For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not?
Mm-hmm.
But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons.
There you go. So I guarantee you that if we look at the other nations, they're not getting it half as bad as we are. Right? Yeah, they're going through some stuff, sure. But they don't go through the stuff that we go through. Right? We have to go through far worse than these other nations do. Let me see. I think I'm about to wrap it up. Someone get me Psalms 132, and we'll start at we'll just do verse 1, and then I need 1 Thessalonians. We'll do 3 and 3, and I think I'm just about done. I'm gonna save these for another time.
You want to grab that Psalm, Aniel?
God, I got you.
Okay, Khan.
Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, Khan, go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 132, verse 1. Yahweh, remember David and all his afflictions.
Mm-hmm. And David had a lot of afflictions. David had a lot of afflictions. You know, and we had a lot of afflictions. I mean, he had his son, right? Take his wife in public, in public view, in front of everybody, right? He had his seed. He had a choice, of taking the life of his seed, or the other choice. David went through a lot, right? Keep going, King.
Verse 2. how he sware unto the Most High, and vowed unto the mighty Elohim of Jacob. Verse 3, surely I will not come into the tabernacle of my house,
Mm-hmm.
nor go up into my bed.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 4, I will not give sleep unto mine eyes, or slumber to my eyelids. Verse 5, until I found out a place for the Most High, and habitation for the mighty Elohim of Jacob.
There you go. And that's both physically and mentally, right? You know, he was trying to build a house to the Lord. He was trying to build a mighty house to the Lord, right? Because he believed in the promise that he was promised, right? So he endured his afflictions. He endured like a good soldier, right? Let's get that First Thessalonians, and I think I'm just gonna stop there. I think
Okay.
we pushing time.
Okay. This is the book of First Thessalonians, chapter 3 and verse 3. It says that no man should be moved by these afflictions.
Right.
For yourselves know that we are appointed thereunto.
There you go. Right. Don't be moved by these afflictions that you're going through, by the chastening that you have to endure. Right. Why? Because it says, for yourselves know that we are appointed thereunto. These chastenings, these afflictions, you're appointed these challenges, right? But can you rise to the occasion? Can you keep the Most High in your spirit? Can you keep the Most High between the frontlets of your eyelids and bound on your wrist or bound on your hands? Right? That's the question. Right? So though it may get worse, right? We need to understand that we have a family, right? You have brothers, you have sisters that you can reach out to. You know, if anybody watching or on the YouTube, right? If you guys ever want to reach out to any one of us, right? We got the email scrolling on the bottom. By all means, you know, if you're going through something that you feel like you can't get through by yourself, reach out, right? And we'll try our hardest to try to get you through this.
Hey, Salaki, I got a precept.
Come on, bring it out.
This is Hebrews chapter 13. I'm actually going to break it up. Start at verse 1. It says, let brotherly love continue.
There you go.
And then when you jump down to 3, it says, remember them that are in bonds as bound with them, and them which suffer adversity as being yourselves also in the body.
Yeah. And that's, you know, we all have to suffer this adversity. You know, we're all in the same bonds, right? But it's up to, you know, the Lord commissioned us to wake up our people, right? And then it's like a wildfire effect, right? We wake up our people, you wake up one brother, that one brother wakes up another brother, right? Those two brothers wake up two more brothers, right? And it's like an exponential growth, right? And by the time you know it, YAHAWAH'S is on the scene, slicing off heads, right? Letting us hopefully do some slicing, you know? And in all this, we're giving honor to our Heavenly Father. But you know, that's really all I got. If any of you brothers got any other precepts you want to bring out, by all means, please do. Because I think I'm done with some precepts. Yes. Oh, wait, let me get one more, Salakia. Psalms 34, and we'll start at 17. Let's do that. That'll definitely be the last one. Psalms 34. We'll start at verse 17.
Khan, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 34, verse 17. The righteous cry, and the Most High heareth, and delivered them out of all their troubles.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 18. The Most High is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. Verse 19. Many are the afflictions of the righteous.
Many are what?
Many are the afflictions of the righteous.
Right. So that's, again, just showing you that righteous, just like Job, even the righteous go through afflictions. Keep going, King.
Khan, but the Most High delivereth him out of them all.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 20. He keepeth all his bones, not one of them is broken.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 20.
Yeah, let's actually let's jump to, let's do 22, Salakia.
Khan, this book of Psalms, chapter 34, verse 22. The Most High redeemeth the soul of his servants, and none of them that trust in him shall be desolate.
There you go. And if there's one precept that you leave here with, let it be that one, right? You got to trust in the Lord, right? Trust in the Lord and you'll never be desolate, ever. Okay. That's all I got.
All praise.
Y'all brothers got any other precepts? Or should I hit the exit cue music? Yahshua, you got anything?
Nah, we can shut it down.
Khan. So, this has been YAHAWAH'S camp, right? This is your brother Mahar.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. This is your brother Shalom.
Hey, shalom, shalom. This your brother Yahshua Ben Yahawah. Hey, that was a mighty lesson.
Hey, the water king.
Hey, Shalom, this is your brother Aniel. Mighty lesson.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. This your brother Kazak. Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala. Right? And with that, you know, we give all praise, honor, and glory to our Heavenly Father. Right? And we say Shalom to Israel, the nation of Israel. Let's get it together.
Yeah.